1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, 1-800-908-7636. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
WIKG, Mercersburg, Chambersburg, Greencastle, 92.1 The Goat, the Tri-State's home for sports and news. Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Let's talk Tri-State.
Welcome to Monday's edition of Let's Talk Tri-State, a very rainy Monday edition, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors, the right choice winner in the 2024 Best of the Tri-State. Looking forward to seeing Nick tomorrow as he's coming with me to my home inspection, which I thought was really nice to take a look at the condition of the windows and the doors.
Hopefully he has good news for you.
Yeah, I don't think so with the condition of the home, but maybe he's going to say, Katie, these windows all look great. You don't need to replace them for another 30 years.
And then you're going to wake up and be like, oh, crap, we had a home inspection today.
That's right. So it's going to be very rainy today. What you're seeing right now is going to last the remainder of the day, high 48. We're going to see fog tonight, low 41. Tomorrow, showers, and high 56 is warming up. Yesterday was the most beautiful day.
It was beautiful.
Did you have a chance to get out and really enjoy it?
Yeah, sure did.
I loved it.
It was wonderful.
I actually went and got ice cream. I went for a little run around town, did all my errands.
When you say a run, you physically ran or you just...
No, yeah, I ran.
You did, okay.
I've been trying to get back into the running game, but it's really hard to get back into it when it's wintertime.
Well, get ready because I think Thursday the cold temperatures come back.
They do.
Not badly, but enough.
Okay, enough where I won't be running around town.
True.
Today is Christmas card day, so we're going to get into some fun Christmas card FAQs, and I'm going to tell you about the Christmas card I almost created on Saturday night. We'll come back, we'll table that for a moment. 16 shopping days until Christmas, so Wednesday will be 2 weeks. It's coming up quick, fast, in a hurry.
Quicker than I'm ready for.
Sometimes I feel some years the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas kind of creeps. Sometimes it is lightning fast. Yeah. This is one of those years.
Well, you brought up that a few weeks ago, just before Thanksgiving, you and I were talking and said how Thanksgiving was right at the end of the month, this year, the 28th.
Yeah, remember you had a hard time with my
justification?
Yes, because the next weekday was December, so it didn't feel like there was as much time between the two holidays as normally there is.
Right. My main argument with you was that because you kept saying, well, it's December. No, it's not December. It's November.
It was very close to the beginning of December. 22 days until New Year's Eve. Any New Year's Eve? Well, you're not a big New Year's person.
Well, the plan that I have, I will be participating with our sister station in Chambersburg with Sam and.
Is it the potato?
The Martin's potato roll drop, yeah.
But that's not at midnight.
No, it's 7 to 9.
Okay.
So at 9 they drop it, which a lot of small towns are doing. Waynesboro also does a bash. I forget what he said they're dropping this year. Bill Kohler told us, and I totally whiffed on that. But anyway, so they do those drops, and they get people out at a decent time so they can go home and do whatever they need to do.
When I was in my 20s, there was a time where I thought it would be fun to go to Times Square for the drop. But every time I look at all those people, they're freezing. They can't get out. No. I mean, if you want to, you can't. And then I quickly thought, maybe that's just something that I will live vicariously through everybody else.
Mary did it.
And did she?
She has done it. Yeah.
Was she miserable?
I think that just having done it, kind of, rose-colored glasses. But she wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
And if she were to do it again, she would do it without me.
Sure.
There's no way on
You didn't go the first time, did you?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, that's like your...
Are you kidding me?
That's like your nightmare.
Oh, there's no way on... I don't care who was there.
But New York at Christmas time is so magical.
Sure.
It really is.
Yeah, at Christmas time when you can walk around and see things, but to just have to show up at 9 a.m. and stand there and you can't move.
And I always wonder, where do those people park? And then trying to get out of there afterwards, and it's always so cold. That's one of those things that I just like to watch on television from the comfort of my home.
Or when it's, I don't know that the cold would be awful, but when you're crammed in with that many people, I don't think the cold is as big a deal because you're just so close with the body heat. What would get me is those years where it's raining, and no, absolutely.
What if you have to go to the bathroom or you're hungry?
You just go.
In your pants?
That's what Mary was telling me. I don't know.
They just go in your pants?
Yeah, I don't think she did, but she said she saw several people who were just didn't matter. Yeah.
Were they at least wearing like a pull-up?
You have to ask her about that. I need a refresher from her again because I can't remember all those specifics. But yeah, she did tell me there were several people that she witnessed that were just going to the bathroom right there where they stood.
Wow.
Which makes it uncomfortable for everyone else.
Yeah, another reason why I will not be participating in that. Today is December 9th. We are almost halfway through the month of December already. It was 59 years ago in 65 that A Charlie Brown Christmas premiered on CBS for the first time. And it was only 45 years ago in 79 that smallpox was officially eradicated. 45 years. I don't know why I thought that was a very, very long time ago. 41 years ago in 83, Scarface opened in theaters starring Al Pacino as Tony. I've never seen Scarface.
It's a very good one.
Scarface, The Godfather.
The mobster movies.
Those are just not. I think I've tried to see The Godfather because everybody says how iconic it is, and I believe every time I've seen it, I've fallen asleep. I don't think I ever made it to the end.
It's not a fast mover. It's very story driven. It's very good. You have to follow it. It has a lot of layers.
Yeah, that's not for me.
No.
That is not. And you know what I like to do, and I know that a lot of people hate this about me, but as I'm watching a movie, I don't have a very large attention span. So sometimes if I'm missing parts of it, I just pull up the plot on Wikipedia and read along with the movie so I can kind of pick up on what I miss. But obviously then I know what happens before it happens, and people don't like that. It was 32 years ago in 92 that Prince Charles and Princess Diana announced their separation. Their divorce became final August 28th of 96. Let's talk about National Christmas Card Day. It's also National Pastry Day, which is a great day to celebrate. I do love those pastries. However, I've traveled.
You know what my favorite kind of Christmas tree is? Christmas pastry.
I was wondering, why are we talking about Christmas trees?
By the way, I should have brought one in for you to try. I will do that tomorrow. I went to Aldi yesterday, and they have, speaking of pastry day, they have, you know how they always have the special like cookies, and a lot of it's very German influence, given Aldi's German heritage. But they have these, what do they call it? It was a puff pastry dough. Puff pastry. That's a puff pastry dough, and it was in the shape of Christmas trees. And it was a little shiny. Had little sugar crystals, and then so half of them were just regular the dough baked, and then the other half were chocolate covered. Unbelievable.
Did you eat those?
I ate one.
I'm surprised that you bought that.
Well, I ate half of a regular one. Mary ate the other half. And then I ate half of the chocolate when she ate the other half, and she'll probably polish off the rest of it.
I'm surprised that you bought that.
Yeah.
That would be something that I couldn't see you picking up. I mean, it sounds fantastic.
There certain things like that really pique my interest, not from a standpoint of liking sweets or cakes or anything like that, but just because Aldi does a great job of this. Just that this is what they would have like when you bought Tim Tams from Australia. That flavor profile probably exists somewhere in America and something that we eat. But to know that what I was trying was something that is very popular in Australia. And then Germany, same thing with these cookies. I find that fascinating. I have no desire to go there and do it myself.
I was just going to say, imagine the experience, because that's, in many parts of Europe, that's what people live on, pastries. That's what you do. You go over there, you eat, especially in France.
I'm sure.
That's all you do is eat pastries.
Well, why wouldn't you?
And then in Portugal, it was, I can't remember the name of them. It was like some kind of egg white.
The macarons?
No, it's like an egg white filling in a crust. I cannot remember the name of them, but everybody eats them constantly. So you just eat pastries nonstop. Yep. And it is pretty nice. It's not a bad way to experience the country, so you should really try it out sometime.
I will. Really as long as Aldi keeps bringing it in, I'll try it.
All right, let's talk about Christmas cards. Well, this is actually facts about Hallmark in general.
Okay. Did
you know that Hallmark is family owned and operated? To this day, Hallmark is owned by the family of the Hall brothers, who opened it in 1910. J.C. Hall was a high school dropout, so ended up to become wildly successful even because of that. They created wrapping paper. After running out of tissue paper one holiday season, they needed a quick fix to wrap gifts elegantly, so they taped French paper envelope liners together and came up with the idea of wrapping paper. They are closely associated with Disney.
Just imagine that. Okay, you're like way back when, you just need wrapping paper, right? Well, we're out of tissue paper, which is what we've always used. Now what? And they're just doing, not knowing What year did it say what year that was?
No.
Okay. Not knowing that however many years and decades later, that wrapping paper is going to be this multi-million-dollar industry, all kinds of designs, when all these guys needed was just to be able to wrap a gift.
I think that's probably how a lot of these incredible things that we use on the daily happen.
Yeah.
Just somebody was just thinking,
there was a problem.
We need this. Let's solve it with this. And then boom, here we are 100 years later, still using it.
And I'm a wrapping paper freak.
Are you?
Oh, God, yes.
Ooh.
I love it. Best place for me to get it, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls.
Okay.
And I love the textured wrapping paper. Yeah. I'm all about wrapping.
Anything else? Anything else you want to say about wrapping paper? How many different kinds do you think you have?
Well, I bought four yesterday.
4 different packages or 4 rolls?
4 rolls
of
wrapping paper. But prior to that, I have a ton of wrapping paper. I pared down last year, gave a bunch of it away, and I still had a bunch left over. And I bought about 8 total different rolls this year. And I buy the big, thick rolls, too, that last a long time.
You and I are so different. I found a roll of wrapping paper in my attic when my nieces were here for Thanksgiving that I think was in my classroom when I was a teacher. And it was bent in the middle and somehow made its way into my attic. That's what I used to wrap every single present this year.
Why not? You have it. But all you have to do is ask me. I'd give you some.
I've wrapped everything now, so next year.
I love wrapping gifts. One of my favorite things to do.
Let's go. Well, gosh, I should have given you all of mine.
I gladly would.
Including your own. Back in the day, Hallmark is more than just sappy movies, obviously. But back in the day, the Hallmark Channel was a TV movie powerhouse, and they had 81 Emmys to their name. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to go back to Christmas cards. I was not feeling well this weekend, so I really took the weekend to just rest, regroup, recover. Yep. And Saturday night, I kind of got into the Christmas spirit. I was watching a lot of Christmas movies, and I was wrapping my presents with that one broken wrapping paper roll I have. And I went to Aldi earlier in the day, and I bought Winnie a sweater that says Santa Paws. It's for dogs.
Naturally.
And I put it on her, and I thought, oh my gosh, she looks so cute. So then I put on my Christmas jammies, my shirt that says Merry Christmas, and my Christmas jammies. And I set up my phone, and I got us in front of the Christmas tree, and probably spent a good 20 minutes taking photos of me and Winnie in front of the tree. And I thought maybe I should actually put that on a Christmas card and send it out.
I think you should.
I was going to, but however, when I get the Christmas cards, because it's already almost the middle of November, December, it would be way too close to Christmas, and I don't like the price of it.
Oh.
I didn't like the price. I thought,
may I give you a tip?
Please.
Walmart.
Okay.
You can go online, make your order. An hour later, they're done, and they give you the envelopes.
Do you have any idea how much they cost?
It just depends how many you do.
I do have a lot of friends. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about doing a pack of 30.
That's what we used last year, and I want to say we did probably around 30, maybe 40, and it was only maybe like $25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was not a lot.
Yeah, that's very affordable.
Yeah, more, let's put it this way. I think postage was more than
I just feel like me and my cat on a Christmas card, does that make me sad?
I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
I mean, yes, sad, but hilarious.
I'll show you the photos later.
At the very least, we'll make a digital Christmas card and put it up on the 92 on the Go Facebook page.
Yes!
Our sister stations will all embrace that.
Yeah. I love it because I do love that cat. I am a little obsessed with my cat. But let's put a pause there and check in with the good word of the day.
Hello, this is Pastor John from Good Ground Church in St. Thomas. I want to take a few minutes to share with you a bit of God's Word. The Apostle Paul, he writes in Romans 8:38 through 39, "For I'm persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, neither things present, nor things to come, neither height, nor depth, nor any other created thing shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord." You see, before Paul became a Christian, he actually persecuted Christians. He attacked them. He tried to put them in prison. And that wasn't until he met Jesus. And after he met Jesus, he changed. And he began to preach the very message that he fought against. And as he writes these words, I wonder if he remembers who he was and what he did. And I wonder if he remembered how Jesus changed his life. Paul experienced God's love, and he realized that nothing that he had ever done before could separate him from God's love. Paul realized that the depths and the heights of God's love were vast. He realized that as far as he tried to distance himself, or as low as he found himself going, nothing could keep him from God's love. I want to ask you, is there something that you're putting between you and God that keeps you separate? Because the Bible says that nothing can separate us from God's love. The only thing that separates us from it are the things that we put between him and us. Today, if there's something you've put between yourself and God, I want to ask you to remove those barriers, to come home to the Father, and to receive the grace that is waiting for you with open arms.
Let's take a look at news, and it's all powered by WellSpan, winner of the American Hospital Association's Quest for Quality Award. You can find them online, wellspan.org. The Chambersburg Ballet will present the traditional holiday classic, the Nutcracker, this Saturday, the 14th, at 3 and 7 p.m., and then on Sunday at 3 p.m. at Chambersburg's historic Capitol Theater. The show will feature a cast of more than 40 dancers. Tickets are available at the theater box office. We had a couple friends come in and talk about the Nutcracker and what you can expect. And guess who's going on Sunday?
You.
I am. I don't have a date yet, but I did.
You should say something to Mary.
I figured
she loves dance.
I figured I was going to ask Mary or another girlfriend of mine in town. I would find somebody, but I just bought 2 tickets. I really want to go. I haven't seen the Nutcracker since I was a kid, and when we had Brian here and our friends from the Capitol Theater, I just thought this would be a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Why not?
And it's a Sunday at 3.
You know it's going to be great. Christmas spirit.
Yes.
A weekend. Why not?
I haven't seen a ballet in forever, and
you've seen one before.
I have. Yeah.
I
saw the Nutcracker when I was younger, but I'm really looking forward to it. So I will report back next Monday. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, but definitely look into the tickets. They are at the theater box office, Capitol Theater, this Saturday and Sunday.
Well, the Washington County Commissioners had a busy start to their week, holding their regular 9 a.m. meeting in the county offices this morning, followed by a 6 p.m. meeting later in Sharpsburg. The 9 a.m. meeting included a discussion on the remaining county share of the federal bipartisan American Rescue Plan Act money, totaling right around $3.5 million. So I wouldn't want to have to make the decisions on what one does with just over $3 million, but our Washington County Commissioners probably have a good handle on that.
Yeah, they probably do. Let's go ahead and take a look at sports with Andy.
A lot of action in Washington County sports over the weekend, and it all kicked off on Friday night in the wrestling community. Friday night, the Boonesboro Invitational took place. Also, the Armed Forces duels at North Hagerstown took place as well, where Georgetown Prep beat North Hagerstown 66-15. Northwest got a win over North Hagerstown 58-24, and Churchill got a win over North Hagerstown 59-18 in the Armed Forces duels at North Hagerstown High School. Saturday, December 7th, saw Francis Scott Key take down Williamsport 48-30. Williamsport rebounded with a win against Mountain Ridge 69-12. Armed Forces duels at North Hagerstown took place again, where DeMatha Catholic beat North Hagerstown 39-38. Walter Johnson also got a victory over North Hagerstown 58-24, while Old Mill beat North Hagerstown 63-18. North Hagerstown got wins against Rockville and Northwood. The Holloway tournament also took place at St. James in the Smithsburg. The Manchester Valley tournament took place, and the Boonesboro Invitational took place on Saturday as well, with lots of great wrestling action. Lots of action in boys basketball as well over the weekend. On Friday, we saw North Hagerstown beat Frederick 81-63. Broad Fording got a victory over Allegheny 66-54. Petty got a victory over St. James 68-39. And on Saturday, Broad Fording beat Highland View 77-47. In Washington County girls basketball action on Friday night, the Smithsburg Leopards beat Brunswick 67-22. Clear Spring got a victory over South Hagerstown 56-36. St. James beat York County Tech 35-34. And Hancock got a victory over 146-37 on Saturday, along with Gettysburg beating St. James 47-35. Tonight, Northern Garrick travels to Hancock, tip-off at 5:30. North Hagerstown goes to Smithsburg, tip-off at 6 p.m. Mountain Ridge goes to Clear Spring at 6:30 p.m. And Hedgesville is in Williamsport, tip-off at 7 p.m. for girls basketball. Over the weekend, we saw the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils fall to Carlisle 66-48. The thundering herd of Carlisle jumped out to an 18-2 lead in the first quarter, helped by 5 3-pointers, and that was enough to post a win over the Blue Devils in the consolation game of the Southwestern Tournament on Saturday. Greencastle now stands at 1-2, and they were already playing shorthanded going into the game. Then they lost Shayna Overcash to an injury just 2 minutes into the game. The Blue Devils played the rest of the game with only 6 varsity players available. They pulled it within 6 points of Carlisle twice, but they couldn't get any closer. For Carlisle, Isla Heckman scored 16 points on the game. Katie Chandler scored 14 points on the game for the Thundering Herd. Coming up tonight in Franklin County sports for girls and boys varsity basketball, we'll see James Buchanan take on Greencastle, tip-off at 6:15.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.
The JR Sport Brief on the Infinity Sports Network.
Am I going to favor them to win the championship this year? The answer is no. That'll be the greatest miracle because this is the New York Jets. And unfortunately, what's most likely is that one day Aaron Rodgers packs his bags and says, I want to leave. The New York Jets don't have a coach. And the New York Jets are going to have to start from scratch and suck for many more years because another Green Bay Packers experiment quarterback screwed them. This is JR of the JR Sport Brief on 92.1 The GOAT.
Hey, it's Britt
and Court from Black & Blush Boutique.
Have you found the perfect gift for the special woman in your life?
We have a variety of gift ideas from clothing sizes small through 3X to accessories that make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Not sure where to start?
Let us be your personal shopper.
Men, don't forget we offer gift cards for your last-minute convenience.
Come see us at 54 South Main Street, downtown Chambersburg, with extended hours on Fridays now open until 7.
We hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Black & Blush Boutique.
Trendy, modern, made for you.
It's that time of year again. Holiday planning can be stressful for the best of us, but you can count on the Butcher Shop to make any gathering special with our fresh, made-to-order party trays. Hi, this is Ann at the Butcher Shop in Chambersburg. Take advantage of our updated online ordering system, where you can order fruit and veggie trays, cookie trays, meat and cheese platters, or pre-portioned wraps and sandwiches, all available for pickup at the Butcher Shop at 410 Stauffer Avenue in Chambersburg. Visit mybutchershop.com to help make your holiday season fresh and simple.
Are you looking for increased sales and profits for your business? Verstandig Media can help, but don't just take our word for it.
Hi, Mike with Lizzie's from Greencastle. The team at Verstandig Media, through their creative marketing approach and business connections, has helped us to connect with other new local customers and businesses in our community. We've seen consistent year-over-year growth for the past 6 years.
If you want a full-service marketing team working for you, visit 921thegoat.com/marketing today.
Every family deserves the warmth and comfort of a beautiful Napoleon fireplace. Imagine flickering flames casting a soft glow as you curl up with a book, settle down with that someone special, or sip hot cocoa. Cozy up your home without burning through your savings. LT Rush Stone and Fireplace offers a selection of energy-efficient fireplaces that can help reduce your energy consumption, keeping money in your wallet, not spiraling up the chimney. Whether you prefer the traditional Napoleon wood burning, the clean convenience of a Napoleon pellet-fueled, or slick Napoleon gas options, you'll find the perfect fit for your home and family at LT Rush Stone and Fireplace. Visit the showroom on Buchanan Trail between Waynesboro and Greencastle to view more possibilities. Receive a free ton of pellets with any pellet stove purchase. Enjoy the perfect ambiance without breaking the bank. Cozy up your home with help from LT Rush Stone and Fireplace.
LT Rush Stone and Fireplace, making dreams come true.
Life can throw unexpected curveballs. When that happens, turn to Weatherholtz Bonding, your trusted partner in tough times. Their team will get you out and back to your life fast and with the lowest financing plans allowed by West Virginia law. Licensed in West Virginia, Maryland, and Virginia with nationwide coverage. Call Weatherholtz Bonding 304-267-5888. Reclaim your freedom.
Devil Dog Recovery is your trustworthy choice for vehicle repossession. Devil Dog Recovery, 304-264-8233. Fast, reliable, always ready. Tired of tripping over that old squeaky floor while trying to impress the in-laws? Or worse, does your uncle keep asking if your cabinets are vintage and not in a good way? Give yourself the gift of beautiful floors and shiny cabinets from Dick's Cabinetry and Flooring. Whether it's hardwood, tile, or carpet, you'll glide through the holidays, not trip over them. And Dick's has cabinets that will make even your picky cousins say, wow. Dick's Cabinetry and Flooring, Lincoln Way, East Chambersburg. They're serious about your home.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tri-State, powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, the right choice. Winner in the 2024 Best of the Tri-State Awards.
Our first guests today, two of our favorite people. We have Amy Hicks and Heather Guessford from United Way of Franklin and Washington County. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with us again. We really enjoy having you on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
Yeah, Katie came in and she goes, I just love these two. too.
It's
so
true.
much.
We love you
That is
You just
very
bring
true.
you bring good energy and
Aw.
joy, and it's really nice to have you back again.
We appreciate the opportunity
Yeah.
to be here and tell our story
Mm-hmm.
and make our appeals, if you will. And
Yeah. Well, we have a big,
you guys do great work.
We have a big one today, and it's an important one because
It is.
we have had some pretty record low temperatures lately, and it has put a strain on a lot. You know, people's electric bills are high, gas bills, or heating bills in general are high. We're in the season where you want to obviously be around your family, in the comfort of your home, and yet there are those who can't afford those bills to simply heat their home, something that we take for granted. We walk in the door at the end of the day, our house is a nice 70, 72 degrees. We go to sleep at night, same thing. We can adjust that, we don't have to think about it. A lot of people have to think about it.
Yes.
And whether or not there's going to be presents under the tree or heat in the house.
Yeah.
And typically the United Way likes to step in with that.
We do.
But this is where the appeal comes in.
Holidays aren't so jolly and merry for everyone, unfortunately, and this time of year is typically our most needy time of year, I would say, at least from Washington County's perspective, as well as I'm sure Amy's going to share as well. We are exceptionally tapped right now. So as you had mentioned, people are struggling with food on the table, presents for the kids, paying utility bills, all of the things. So we have been extremely tapped in terms of our resources right now. There is definitely not enough to go around. We are always very busy this time of year, but we have been exceptionally busy lately. So we definitely need help. It's very difficult for us to come out and ask our community for help because we have been such a consistent and trusted partner for so long. So we like to say that you could always count on United Way. Well, now United Way is asking for our community's help because our resources are being depleted faster than what we can keep up with right now.
Amy, are you seeing the same?
That's exactly it. I mean, I can echo everything that Heather's saying. I couldn't say it better. It's just, it's a tough time to be working in the work that we do, trying to reach out and meet the needs that are in the community. And there's just not enough resource to meet the need.
And I don't know if everybody understands how much the United Way does in the community and how you really are helping the community. So walk us through some of the funds and how they are being used to help out in the community.
All right. So funds go to support a lot of different programs in the community, and some of them are going right out of our doors, and some of them are being operated through other nonprofits in the community. But it's everything from trying to provide housing resources, trying to provide food, trying to step in when there's some kind of a crisis, emergency shelters. It is childcare. It's healthcare. It's like there's just so many places where families come up short, and there's a United Way program of one sort or another in one of our communities that's trying to step in and pick up the gap. And most of the time, the people we're working for are working as well. I mean, that's one of the really challenging pieces is it's working families that are trying everything they can to make ends meet. We're working to try to fill in gaps, but it's a real challenge point right now.
What percentage of people are you seeing in your respective communities that don't have the financial requirements to meet their basic needs?
So we both use a study called ALICE, which creates a framework where we can take a look population-wide, and it creates a framework for what it costs to meet the basic needs for a household in our communities respectively, and it's different because we're in different communities. But I know in Franklin County, it's 34% of our population can't quite make ends meet even if they're working.
Yeah, and in Washington County, we've actually seen a significant spike. So we are at 43% right now. That is the highest that we've been in the past 14 years since we've been measuring our United for Alice project. So in just 2 years' time, that's jumped up 3%. And that's been the highest spike in the entire state of Maryland for our Alice population. And that Alice is asset limited, income constrained, and employed. So that's your working poor. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They just can't make ends meet. They're living just above that federal poverty line. So they don't qualify for assistance, and they don't oftentimes know where to turn.
And they typically don't have any reserves to draw on. Sure. You know, there's no savings. There's no to fall back on when things get hard.
And it's not even the old adage we hear, paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
When your paycheck's not enough to cover your basics, it's not even.
It doesn't make
Yes, the paycheck's going to, that's nice when it comes in, but even that's not enough.
Yes, and we have ALICE population who is one medical bill away from poverty. So that's typically what we see with the ALICE population. It is that high heating bill that they weren't expecting. It is that medical bill, that copay that was extremely high, or that prescription that they needed to buy, or that vehicle breakdown. Those are typically those top three things that we see that impact ALICE, that the vehicle they break down, it's a transmission that needs to be repaired, then they can't make it to work because they don't have reliable transportation. So these are all everyday factors for those ALICE individuals, and these are things that we all go through every single day. But this is what kicks ALICE into full-blown poverty. And this is what people don't realize. And again, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and all of a sudden you have a $400 heating bill, or you have $1,000+ automotive repair. I mean, I just had to put tires on my car, and it was $1,200. $1,200.
In some cases, and I don't mean to be funny, but in some cases, that's a bargain.
It is,
yeah. Is
right. Yeah,
well,
I shopped around.
True.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is what we try to explain to people, that it could be any of us at any time, and these are not people that are going out there that are taking luxury travel. When we look at ALICE, we have something called the ALICE Essentials Index. So the ALICE Essentials Index is different than the Consumer Price Index. Consumer Price Index includes retail and luxury and travel. Okay, the ALICE Essential Index literally just measures those hierarchy of needs. So food, shelter, insurance, things like that.
The basics.
The absolute basic budget.
The expenses when you're only covering the essentials is actually rising at a faster rate than the regular consumer price index. It's very frustrating, actually, because when you look at families that have already eliminated vacations, they've already eliminated going out to dinner and those kinds
any
of
kind of
all
luxury
the things
is
that
gone.
you think, okay, maybe you could cut this, maybe you could cut that, but no, because the costs are increasing at a higher rate when you cut those pieces out.
I mean, we've often heard people say, well, I'll just cut out Starbucks, to save a few dollars and brew at home.
Idea.
We're getting to the point now where people don't even have the money to buy anything to brew at home.
Yeah, we through our Unite Against Hunger program, the majority of the families and the individuals that we're taking care of are actually the ALICE families. They're not our soup kitchens and our food pantries. They are served through our traditional annual grant programs. So we're not taking care of them. They're just taken care of through a different program. United Against Hunger is taking care of those families that just through the rise of cost of living, that they're unable to afford just those basic household food budgets. And that has been a significant spike as well. So it's been really eye-opening. This past Thanksgiving, we actually fed 18 families that were 100% working. All of them were working and couldn't afford a simple Thanksgiving meal.
It has to be just, I dare say, demoralizing almost.
Very embarrassing.
When you're working.
Yes.
And now granted, I know United Way, I have no judgment, but I'm just saying, is that when you're doing everything you can, and you are ticking off all those boxes that you've heard your entire life, work hard, get a house, raise a family, and if you do those things, you should be able to succeed, maybe put a little back, American dream, and yet they're not able to do it.
They just can't get ahead.
Not working.
Yeah. And that has I hope that they don't. I certainly hope that all the help comes in that is needed, but I feel so.
But that's what they say. They say they're embarrassed. They say embarrassed, shame. They don't know where to turn to. Those are all words they say. And as Amy had just said,
or you'll hear, this is the first time I've ever had to call for help, because they're families that are typically taking care of their own, and it's hard to make that call. So it's the work that's done in that particular arena when you're supporting the initiatives and the services that are meeting those needs. It's particularly important because it's, and the people that we're talking about are helping drive everything that happens in our community because they're going to work every day. and they're taking care of a lot of needs and services in the community that are paid for. As we go out, whether it's for, whether you're going for groceries or you're going for nursing care, the people that we're talking about are providing those services and at the same time struggling to make ends meet at home.
So this time of year especially, I think everybody really wants to take care of their community, take care of each other. There's just something, obviously, I hope everybody feels that all year round, but it is something about the holidays where that spirit comes out a bit more. So how can we rally together to help the United Way to help our communities?
I'd say put trust in the organizations that are doing the right thing, which is United Way.
We have a long track record.
Yeah.
And we're well known in our community. There are a lot of businesses that have worked directly with us throughout the years, year after year. A lot of people have volunteered with us just in the past couple of months and over the past few years. And but what we really need is to raise funds, because that's how we're able to directly impact the families and the services that are desperately needed in this community.
Let me ask you this. Is it, I should have said this at the outset, is it that there's an uptick in the number of families that need help, or is it that the families that need help, the prices are such that it's more than it was last year or historically?
So
or is it
yes,
both? Yeah.
It's both.
I know in Washington County, housing specifically has been such a hot button issue right now. So the cost of housing is just skyrocketed. So it's multifaceted. So obviously the cost of living is outpacing the cost of wages. So there's just not as much opportunity in Washington County for working people.
And I believe at this time of year, it all goes hand in hand, because you said that the United Way also helps with healthcare. And I can imagine this time of year, it's cold. If you can't heat your house properly because it is so expensive, that goes hand in hand with getting sick. Also car problems. How many of us have more car issues in the wintertime? So it all really goes together. And I feel, this time of year is when it should be joyous and we're celebrating each other and we're able to buy presents if we can. But how many people are going through these extreme hardships at what is supposed to be the most joyous time of the year? And I think that we need to rally and support the United Way and support the community, because you do such good. And Verstanding Media has always been such a wonderful partner with you. And we believe a lot in you.
Well, and I think this time of year, and it's not just because it's the holidays, we're here because we are not able to keep up. We are getting pummeled right now. In November, our transportation program, we dispatched 601 free rides. That was more than we did the prior 3 months combined. 601, and that is because people can't afford transportation in terms of gas, insurance, or their vehicles broke down. I just dispatched a new client on Saturday. It hit a deer. So when I say that, the appeal is because right now, it's not just because it's Christmas, it's because we are being taxed more right now. Our resources are being depleted faster than what we can keep up with because of the time of year. So it's, yes, because people are feeling more generous because it's the holidays, but more so because I know from our organizations that we are really getting more needs now than ever. And I know for Washington County, the programs that we're focusing on, again, is those urgent, essential needs. So we're not focusing on those long-term growth programs that we love and yes, we support. Right now, the ask and the appeal is those urgent, essential, immediate needs. So please trust in those United Ways, because we're going to do the right thing. You're going to see a lot of people, you're already seeing them on the internet, that are asking for help. There's a lot of fraud this time of year. There's a lot of people, that are capitalizing on people's emotions this time of year. Please trust in reputable organizations.
And we don't want the folks who are calling for assistance, is already tough enough. We don't want them to have to hear no. We don't want the United Way to have to say no.
There's no money tree.
Right.
And we are running out of funds for specific programs, period. And we've had to say no. And if you don't donate to United Way, you cannot be upset
when day when you need the help and it's not there.
And it's not there.
Sure.
I wish we could help everybody, but we just can't.
And we do have, in the final minute that we have, I just want to make this well known to anybody listening that if you are able to contribute and make a donation, online, 921thegoat.com, there's a link to United Way there. And all of our sister stations as well have the link on the website. So you can definitely easily find the website to make a contribution to the United Way.
Yeah, thank you for making that connection for us, because it makes it a lot easier for people.
Absolutely.
Our area is very giving. A lot of it's education, not knowing. If you were looking for a place to park your donation dollars as we're coming to the end of the year, maybe you're a business, get in touch with the United Way, Washington County, Franklin County. Amy and Heather, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We do wish you happy holidays. And
thank you so much.
Well, we know you bring this home. So
thanks
we'll
for
be
what
praying
you
for
do.
as well.
Yeah, you guys are great. Coming up, we're going to take a look at news and sports, and it's all powered by the DRB Group, the right partner for your real estate development.
Season your greetings this holiday with the good taste of Johnny's. Steak, chicken, burgers, wings, crab, prime rib, brisket, shrimp. And you can say it all with a Johnny's gift card, available in any amount.
Lizzie's Restaurant on Buchanan Trail West in Greencastle is open 7 days a week. Stop by and try one of their signature sundaes like the Santa's Minty Mudslide the month of December. Peppermint ice cream topped with hot fudge and brownie bites. Finished with Oreo-infused whipped cream and a candy cane, Santa's favorite, and all the elves too. Lizzie's is open for dine-in, takeout, and local delivery. Check out lizziesgreencastle.com or their Facebook page for more specials. Lizzie's, the way you like it.
The Cumberland Valley Business Alliance has over 850 members who are part of a strong business community. Listen now for some of our newest members.
My name is Erica Menifee, and I am a state benefit coordinator for Pennsylvania. Our organization specializes in assisting seniors with coverage for their final expenses. We offer low monthly premiums along with the 24-hour claim approval. We also provide free family planning services and additional support for families on a fixed income. Please contact me at 717-897-7211.
The House of Grace of Chambersburg ministers to women of all ages for their individual needs. Life is tough sometimes. We just need prayer and support to get through the tough times. Please contact Barb at the House of Grace at 717-709-0085.
Be part of a growing business community and join the Cumberland Valley Business Alliance today. Find out more at cvballiance.org.
Celebrate the season in Williamsport, Maryland. The first 3 weekends in December from 3 to 9 p.m., don't miss the celebration of trees at the Springfield Barn. Over 150 decorated Christmas trees will be on display inside the barn. Santa and Mrs. Claus will stop by, and you can enjoy an enchanting wagon ride. Admission by donation. For information on special extra days the celebration of trees will be open, check out the Springfield Barn's Facebook page.
The Greencastle Antrim Chamber of Commerce invites you to Heritage Christmas in the Square on December 6th and 13th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Bring your letter to put in Santa's mailbox, sponsored by Corning Credit Union. Don't miss having pictures taken with Santa, sponsored by F&M Trust. At the Holiday House, sponsored by Lumber Direct, pick up a brochure about Heritage Christmas events. Buy the 2024 commemorative ornament or vote for your favorite in the Light It Up contest, sponsored by Antrim Insurance Agency. Purchase tickets for a horse and wagon ride, sponsored by Manitowoc, or the Christmas home tour. There will be nearly 20 vendors in the square. Shop, visit with friends and neighbors, and enjoy music and entertainment, sponsored by Middletown Valley Bank. There's no place like downtown Greencastle during the holidays. Take in the beauty of the Christmas tree and charming shops in our area. For more information about Heritage Christmas events, go to greencastlepachamber.org.
Whether you're new to vaping, are thinking of starting, or already vaping, Vast Vapor will treat you right. Electronic cigarettes are not one size fits all. Vast Vapor works with you one-on-one to help you select the best items to be a true replacement to your smoking habit. With great products and expert advice, Vast Vapor is here for you. Ask about their 7-tier rewards program that actually allows you to get the products you want, and give them a like on Facebook. Vast Vapor has 3 locations: on Moggins Avenue next to Subway in Hagerstown, Playground on the Point near Walmart, Waynesboro, and Gateway Avenue in Chambersburg. Vast Vapor is hiring additional team members for all 3 locations. Has vaping changed your life? Are you passionate about helping others understand the benefits of tobacco harm reduction? Are you reliable, energetic, and trustworthy? Are you an individual with a good sense of humor? Then Vast Vapor is the place for you. Join the Vast Vapor team and help customers make a positive lifestyle change. Vast Vapor, we're not blowing smoke.
Broadcasting from the Meritus Health Studio. For local news and sports, stay right here. For expert health care, Meritus Health has your entire family's needs covered. Learn more at meritushealth.com. Meritus Health, expert care close to home.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Let's take a look at news. It's all powered by Veritas Men's Health in Hagerstown. They have telehealth available. You can find them online at veritasmenshealth.com. The Waynesboro Police Department is investigating a theft of packages from the 100 block of West North Street on December 4th. Police are attempting to identify the individuals through a video of them taken at the scene. This just really breaks my heart.
And it ticks me off.
It makes me very angry, but I'm hoping that they're able to catch these individuals, but I just think it's silly that this day and age that people think that they can get away with this. Everybody has a Ring door cam and surveillance video everywhere, and not to mention, it is Christmas. It is Christmas time. Every package that you're taking is probably a Christmas present for somebody, to somebody. It's a level of low that I hope I never experience.
I have one interesting anecdote about this story and one qualm with this package theft altogether. So we'll start with, I don't know what was in the packages, but this made news up in Harrisburg and Lancaster, these particular thefts in Waynesboro. I saw it on Facebook originally, and I'm wondering, it didn't say anything specific as to like it was a high value, like a television or, jewelry or something. So,
but even still, whatever it is.
Well, my thought was that either it's a slow news day up in Harrisburg because there's package thefts up there. Has to be, right? It's everywhere. It's infiltrated every area of society. But I just thought that it was interesting that they picked up on those news outlets. The second thing is, what baffles me about this is, now I'm not suggesting that anyone should ever steal, but let's imagine that I have the propensity to do this, right? That I'm just seeing packages on lawns or porches and I'm just going to go take them, right? What kind of, misdemeanor / felony lottery are you playing? You don't know what's in those packages. You have no idea. Like if they get a package delivered to Katie's house, an Amazon package, and someone goes up and gets it, they run the risk of it being massive granny panties.
Yes, and they probably are.
Imagine how disappointed that thief is going to be.
Well, I mean, unless they're looking for a new pillow, they could put them all together and make a nice little resting area for their heads.
Exactly.
Or sew them together and make a nice little blanket. I
Right.
mean, they are massive.
I mean, I would imagine that if someone is having something of crazy value delivered, that they're probably going to arrange for a neighbor to, because they realize what's going to happen. Other than that, really, what are you gaining?
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe there's something of high value in there. But for me, what's it probably going to be? A cable connector?
That's the thing. If something is high value that I'm ordering, I'm going to have it delivered here to the radio station.
Yeah.
Or somewhere where I know somebody is going to be there at all times to take that.
Enjoy the Android phone case when you have an iPhone.
Right.
Good for you.
I mean, I think it's maybe more of selling it
maybe
on Marketplace or however somebody.
Even still, the value of it is anyway. You get the point. Is that I just don't understand that it's such a risk to do it. I mean, my goodness, there's a car sitting right in the driveway.
And not to mention, like I said earlier, everybody has some kind of surveillance.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely that you're going to get away with it.
I don't get why people, because it's not. Maybe some people have the doorbells that look a bit more inconspicuous, but you can tell from the road someone has a Ring doorbell.
Absolutely.
And doesn't it stand to reason? Like, we can stand on Earth and get a picture of galaxies like far away in crystal clear quality. Do you think that we're not going to get a picture of you stealing the Amazon package?
And even if maybe that person doesn't have one, the neighbors do.
Right, and literally they can track you all the way down and probably track cameras to your house.
Well, you know what? They got.
And they're going to find Katie's granny panties when they track it all the way there.
Granny panties. Right now, it's all about sports with Andy.
The NCAA football championship weekend kicked off Friday as we saw UNLV go up against Boise State in the Mountain West Championship. Boise State came out the winner 21-7. And in the American Athletic Championship, Army got a victory over Tulane 35-14. Saturday slated games, we saw Penn State fall to Oregon 45-37 in the Big Ten Championships. The Oregon Ducks, ranked number 1 in the nation, are your Big Ten champions on the season. Your SEC champions are the Georgia Bulldogs. They beat the Texas Longhorns 22-19 Saturday. And your Clemson Tigers beat the SMU Mustangs 34-31 in a last-second win to become the ACC champion. Iowa State fell to Arizona State as your Sun Devils are now your Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship, your Big 12 champions 45-19. We had a lot of NBA action also over the weekend, and last night saw some great games. The 76ers got a win over the Bulls 108-100. Leading scorer for the 76ers was Tyrese Maxey with 25 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo led his Bucks to a victory 118-113 while providing 34 points and 11 rebounds on the game. The Charlotte Hornets got a win over the Indiana Pacers 113-109. The Denver Nuggets hammered the Atlanta Hawks 141-11. And the Miami Heat beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 122-113. The Orlando Magic got a win over the Phoenix Suns 115-110. And the Memphis Grizzlies absolutely tore apart the Washington Wizards 140-112. The leading scorer for the Grizzlies was Aldama with 19 points. The San Antonio Spurs got a win over the Pelicans 121-116. Steph Curry and his Golden State Warriors got a win over the Timberwolves 115-106. The Houston Rockets beat the Los Angeles Clippers 117-106, and the Sacramento Kings absolutely pounded the Utah Jazz 141-97. The Los Angeles Lakers got a victory over the Portland Trail Blazers for the final game of Sunday evening, 107-98. In the NFL over the weekend, we saw the Jags get a victory over the Titans 10-6. The Dolphins beat the Jets 32-26. The Vikings beat the Falcons 42-21. The Saints got a victory over the Giants, 14-11. The Eagles beat the Panthers, 22-16. The Steelers got a victory over the Browns, 27-14. The Bucs beat the Raiders, 28-13. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals, 30-18. The Rams beat the Bills, 44-42, and the 49ers beat the Bears, 38-13. On Sunday Night Football, we saw the Chiefs squeak by the Chargers, 19-17, securing an AFC title and a spot in the playoffs.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.
Want to save money on home energy costs? Make the right choice. Contact HomeRight Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, winner in Best of the Tri-State 2024. HomeRight Windows and Doors, Waynesboro, your best local window and door provider in the Tri-State. Today's replacement windows can really make a difference in your heating and cooling costs. They can also add to your home's resale value, and you could earn tax credits. To schedule a free in-home estimate, Google HomeRight Waynesboro or find them on Facebook. HomeRight Windows and Doors, Waynesboro, the right choice.
At Jersey Mike's, it's just done differently. They take pride in making your sub, whether it's a hot sub or a cold sub. You see them slice it or grill it fresh right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. Visit them today and find your favorite go-to sub or try them all. Jersey Mike's Chambersburg on Walker Road and now open in Gettysburg on Natural Springs Road in the Giant Plaza. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Getting on the road is easier than you think. Schedule a test ride today at M&S Harley Davidson to find the one. Let freedom inspire you. Fresh ideas, fresh bikes, your own style, your own choice. Grab hold of the Harley Davidson experience and create the hottest bike on the road. Wind, miles, freedom begins at M&S Harley Davidson. 160 Falling Spring Road off exit 16 of I-81 in Chambersburg. Call 717-709-9650. M&S Harley Davidson. They fulfill dreams of personal freedom.
Are you currently medically uninsured and a citizen of Washington County, Maryland? Uninsured citizens are healthier and more productive through free access to health care. The Community Free Clinic can help those in need of physical or mental health care, including prescription medicine and lab services. Services are not based on income. Most services are free to qualifying patients. Are you currently medically uninsured? If you are in need of physical or mental health care, go to mycommunityfreeclinic.org to see if you you qualify. Your health, their priority.
It's football season, and there's no better place to catch the game than Legends Bar in Chambersburg, the hottest spot in town. Located on Hollywell Avenue, they've got everything you need to make game day unforgettable. With ice-cold beer, delicious bites, and all major sporting events streamed live, you're covered. And the best part, also food and drink specials like burgers and draft specials on Mondays, or empanadas and margarita specials on Tuesdays. Plus, enjoy free pool tables every Wednesday and Sunday. So come on down to Legends Bar, the hottest bar in Chambersburg.
Okay, try it again. No, sorry, Robbie, you still don't sound anything like Santa. Let's just go to Floor Pools to capture the holiday spirit. How? We can wrap up special savings with Floor Pools in-stock discounts on hot tubs, endless pools, and saunas. With hot tubs starting as low as $55 a month, it's a gift to ourselves we'll appreciate all year long. Imagine stepping into a soothing sauna for ultimate relaxation, or sinking into a bubbling hot tub to ease those muscles after a long day. You want a low-impact workout? Well, then jump into an endless pool where the current keeps you moving without even turning around. That's right, we can create a personal oasis at home. Whether it's for stress relief, recovery, or simply pure relaxation, 'tis the season to embrace wellness. Let Floor Pools help you find the perfect balance with hot tubs, endless pools, and saunas. And just in time for the holidays, special in-stock discounts. Floor Pools in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, Martinsburg, and the Floor Pools pop-up store at Valley Mall. Right again, Robbie. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Go to 921thegoat.com to enter the Ho-Ho Home for the holidays for a chance to have your mortgage paid for 1 year, all thanks to DRB Homes. Discover the incredible offer from DRB Homes this November across Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, Eastern Panhandle, and Winchester, Virginia. Secure your new home with just a $1 contract deposit. Act fast. This deal is available for homes closing by January 31st, 2025. Ready to make your move? Learn more at drbhomes.com.
WIKG, Mercersburg, Chambersburg, Greencastle, 92.1 The Goat, the Tri-State's home for sports and news. Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Let's talk Tri-State. Let's take a look at news, and it's all powered by WellSpan, winner of the American Hospital Association's Quest for Quality Award. You can find them online, wellspan.org. The Chambersburg Ballet will present the traditional holiday classic, the Nutcracker, this Saturday, the 14th, at 3 and 7 p.m., and then on Sunday at 3 p.m. at Chambersburg's historic Capitol Theater. The show will feature a cast of more than 40 dancers. Tickets are available at the theater box office. We had a couple friends come in and talk about the Nutcracker and what you can expect. And guess who's going on Sunday?
You.
I am. I don't have a date yet, but I did.
You should say something to Mary.
I figured
she loves dance.
I figured I was going to ask Mary or another girlfriend of mine in town. I would find somebody, but I just bought 2 tickets. I really want to go. I haven't seen the Nutcracker since I was a kid, and when we had Brian here and our friends from the Capitol Theater, I just thought this would be a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Why not?
It's a Sunday at 3.
You know it's going to be great. Christmas spirit.
Yes.
A weekend. Why not?
I haven't seen a ballet in forever, and
you've seen one before.
I have. Yeah.
Oh,
I saw the Nutcracker when I was younger, but I'm really looking forward to it. So I will report back next Monday. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, but definitely look into the tickets. They are at the theater box office, Capitol Theater, this Saturday and Sunday.
Well, the Washington County Commissioners had a busy start to their week, holding their regular 9 a.m. meeting in the county offices this morning, followed by a 6 p.m. meeting later in Sharpsburg. The 9 a.m. meeting included a discussion on the remaining county share of the federal bipartisan American Rescue Plan Act money, totaling right around $3.5 million. So I wouldn't want to have to make the decisions on what one does with just over $3 million, but our Washington County Commissioners probably have a good handle on that.
Yeah, they probably do. Let's go ahead and take a look at sports with Andy.
A lot of action in Washington County sports over the weekend, and it all kicked off on Friday night in the wrestling community. Friday night, the Boonesboro Invitational took place. Also, the Armed Forces duels at North Hagerstown took place as well, where Georgetown Prep beat North Hagerstown 66-15. Northwest got a win over North Hagerstown 58-24, and Churchill got a win over North Hagerstown 59-18 in the Armed Forces duels at North Hagerstown High School. Saturday, December 7th, saw Francis Scott Key take down Williamsport 48-30. Williamsport rebounded with a win against Mountain Ridge 69-12. Armed Forces duels at North Hagerstown took place again. where DeMatha Catholic beat North Hagerstown 39-38. Walter Johnson also got a victory over North Hagerstown 58-24, while Old Mill beat North Hagerstown 63-18. North Hagerstown got wins against Rockville and Northwood. The Holloway tournament also took place at St. James, and the Smithsburg and Manchester Valley tournament took place, and the Boonesboro Invitational took place on Saturday as well, with lots of great wrestling action. Lots of action in boys basketball as well over the weekend. On Friday, we saw North Hagerstown beat Frederick 81-63. Broad Fording got a victory over Allegheny 66-54. Petty got a victory over St. James 68-39. And on Saturday, Broad Fording beat Highland View 77-47. In Washington County girls basketball action on Friday night, the Smithsburg Leopards beat Brunswick 67-22. Clear Spring got a victory over South Hagerstown 56-36. St. James beat York County Tech 35-34. And Hancock got a victory over 46-37 on Saturday, along with Gettysburg beating St. James 47-35. Tonight, Northern Garrick travels to Hancock, tip-off at 5:30. North Hagerstown goes to Smithsburg, tip-off at 6 p.m. Mountain Ridge goes to Clear Spring at 6:30 p.m. And Hedgesville is in Williamsport, tip-off at 7 p.m. for girls basketball. Over the weekend, we saw the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils fall to Carlisle 66-48. The Thundering Herd of Carlisle jumped out to an 18-2 lead in the first quarter, helped by 5 3-pointers, and that was enough to post a win over the Blue Devils in the consolation game of the Southwestern Tournament on Saturday. Greencastle now stands at 1-2, and they were already playing shorthanded going into the game. Then they lost Shayna Overcash to an injury just 2 minutes into the game. The Blue Devils played the rest of the game with only 6 varsity players available. They pulled it within 6 points of Carlisle twice, but they couldn't get any closer. For Carlisle, Isla Heckman scored 16 points on the game. Katie Chandler scored 14 points on the game for the Thundering Herd. Coming up tonight in Franklin County sports for girls and boys varsity basketball, we'll see James Buchanan take on Greencastle, tip-off at 6:15.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.
This holiday season, CWP would like to take a moment to reflect on an incredible year.
This is Kristen
and Craig from CWP.
This year, we proudly celebrate our 50th anniversary. Thank you for all the loyalty and trust from our customers. The dedication and hard work that each of our employees display every day is second to none.
You are the ones that made this milestone year possible. Thank you all. Wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas and a healthy, Happy New Year.
From the CWP family to yours.
Jingle, jingle.
Are you looking for increased sales and profits for your business? Verstandig Media can help, but don't just take our word for it.
Negley's Water has a long-standing relationship with Verstandig Media. Their coverage map flows right into our customer base. We couldn't be happier with the amount of brand awareness and potential customer education that Verstandig Media provides. If you want advertisement that supports growth, Verstandig Media is it.
If you want a full-service marketing team working for you, visit 921thegoat.com/marketing today.
It's hard to imagine the holidays without our favorite holiday foods. Hi, this is Ann from the Butcher Shop. This season, shop only the best fresh meats, baked goods, and holiday fixings. Follow our weekly specials to find amazing deals on just the right products at just the right time, like fresh turkeys for the week of Thanksgiving, a Christmas roast, or New Year's shrimp. Keep up with the latest by finding us on Facebook or Instagram, or visit our webpage at mybutchershop.com. Happy holidays.
Hey, it's Britt and Court from Black & Blush Boutique. Have you found the perfect gift for the special woman in your life?
We have a variety of gift ideas from clothing sizes small through 3X to accessories that make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Not sure where to start?
Let us be your personal shopper.
Men, don't forget we offer gift cards for your last-minute convenience.
Come see us at 54 South Main Street, downtown Chambersburg, with extended hours on Fridays now open until 7.
We hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Black & Blush Boutique.
Trendy, modern, made for you.
This holiday season, shop and dine in downtown Hagerstown. Celebrate with family and friends at great restaurants and find unique items at the last pop-up shop of the season. This Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 60 West Washington Street in the center of the city. Not sure what to give? A Main Street gift card is accepted at over 10 downtown businesses. For a list of pop-up vendors or to buy gift cards, visit mainstreethagerstown.org. Shop small and buy local this holiday.
Life can throw unexpected curveballs. When that happens, turn to Weatherholtz Bonding, your trusted partner in tough times. Their team will get you out and back to your life fast and with the lowest financing plans allowed by West Virginia law. Licensed in West Virginia, Maryland, and Virginia with nationwide coverage. Call Weatherholtz Bonding 304-267-5888. Reclaim your freedom.
Devil Dog Recovery is your trustworthy choice for vehicle repossession. Devil Dog Recovery, 304-264-8233. Fast, reliable, always ready.
Are you looking for increased sales and profits for your business? Verstandig Media can help, but don't just take our word for it.
Hi, Mark Story here. Verstandig Media has been an excellent partner as we share the mission and ministry of Habitat for Humanity with our local community. At every turn, the Verstandig team has been wonderful to work with, and we see consistent benefits as a result of advertising with them. Thank you.
If you want a full-service marketing team working for you, visit 921thegoat.com/marketing today.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tri-State, powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, the right choice, winner in the 2024 Best of the Tri-State Awards.
Our friends from Family Care Services, we have Jessica Coons and Andrea Adams, and we've met before, so thank you for coming back to talk to us today about life sharing. But Family Care Services, we've talked about Family Care Services on this show in the past, and underneath that umbrella, there are basically 3 different services, programs that are offered, and we're going to really hone in today on life sharing. So I'm just going to let you start and explain what is life sharing.
Go for it. I'll start. So life sharing is a residential program for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, individuals that can't live on their own, can't live with their family for various reasons. They can live in a life-sharing home with a host family, caregiver family that takes care of them and helps them meet, all the activities of daily living and everything they need to be successful.
And the ages range, or what age do you have to be eligible for the program?
18 to 99, I guess, any age. Adults, basically. The program supports adults.
How many people do you have currently that are in the program?
Currently we have about 31 individuals, and we have 25 different homes, I think, right now.
And if I understand correctly, there's a waiting list. Is that correct? That for people who are waiting for homes?
Well, our referrals come from the county. The supports coordinators get referrals of people that have a situation that requires them to need, a place to live. But unfortunately, we at the moment struggle with having vacancy for those individuals. We're in a desperate need to have new caregivers and new homes to provide the service because we don't have a lot of empty spaces in homes right now when we get calls for referrals.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this relates to this. If there are people obviously who are waiting to be placed in a home, if they're on a waiting list, and you said at the outset that they can't be with whatever their situation is now, whomever that may be, what are they doing now that when they're waiting?
There's all kinds of different scenarios. We've gotten calls for individuals that are in hospital settings, whether that be mental health or medical reasons that they're there and they need to discharge to another location. Individuals might temporarily stay with other family or have staffing through other services that comes into the home to check on them and help them meet basic needs, just to kind of get by until they can get a residential placement.
What do you find is and if you don't know this, I understand, but what do you find are the main reasons why the current situation or the current caregivers say that they are no longer able to do it? What are those roadblocks that they face?
A lot of the caregivers that we have, we're fortunate, have been with us a long time. So when they've decided they're done, it's basically because they've hit an age of retirement.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Years.
I should have been clear. The situation before they wind up with the caregiver. So the reason that they have to have a caregiver.
The individual themselves, the reasons why they need to leave their current arrangement. And
so the current arrangement, let's just say it's their parents. What are the roadblocks that the parents or the otherwise the typical caregivers are saying, I have to have this my child or whomever go and work with a company such as yours, what are the typical roadblocks that they're facing?
It's similar. Aging. Families age too and can no longer take, or there's not siblings or other relatives that are willing to kind of step in.
Or death in the family, I can imagine.
Yep, deaths. We've had some emergency placements with death. A lot of family members struggle with their own, financial limitations, and it's just hard to support, all the people in the home. So those are probably the main reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some individuals who leave because they want to become more independent themselves too. So they may not want to live with their parents forever. If they see friends who are moving out, going to school, becoming more independent, they may want that as well. And so life sharing is a door to that as well, that they could move in with another family and feel more independent, still see their family as much as they want, but have some more independence.
Let's take the time that we have left today to really talk about being a caregiver. What are the perks? And I can imagine a lot of it is very just makes you really build these bonds and these relationships, and you're sharing your home and essentially building another family member. But what are some of the other perks of being a caregiver?
There's obviously a financial benefit. We pay caregivers to provide this service. I would also say the opportunity to be home. You know, if you are a young mother,
Didn't even think about that.
and you're raising children, and you have other things going on, and you want to be home with them, this allows you, because the individual is living in your home, and you provide transportation to appointments or their day programming or work or whatever they have going on. But you can have your children in the vehicle with you while you're transporting them here and there and doing those types of things. So I would say that would be a big one.
Scheduling even. If someone has a job, if they're, a nurse or working at a hospital and have weird shifts, then working from home is that benefit too. They don't have to worry about those weird hours and things like that.
Now, when one wants to become a caregiver, do they, because obviously as with anything, there are more drastic needs than others. So some clients may be far more independent, and for lack of a better way of saying it, we don't even know they're there, right? But then you may have the opposite of that. Does the person who's a potential caregiver, are they made aware of this? I would assume so. I just wanted to make sure that that's something that they're read into.
And probably their comfort level too.
Absolutely. In the application process, we have caregivers kind of define what they're comfortable with, what level of care they're kind of willing and comfortable and able to provide, what their schedule looks like. So when you're bringing someone in, we try to match the schedules. We try to match the abilities and the needs and everything with what the caregiver said they're comfortable with doing. So yeah, all of that is defined up front. There's lots of conversation about the individual and what they need before a caregiver would agree to take them into their home.
If somebody were thinking about becoming a caregiver, what would be some advice you would give them to get started?
Well, we have an information night every other month. So our next one is January 16th, I believe. So they could call us and sign up to come to that information night. We'll answer all of their questions. Or if that doesn't work for them or they don't want to wait, then we will meet with them anytime.
And where are you located?
We're on Edenville Road in Chambersburg.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about life sharing, and hopefully this sparked some interest in somebody, because it is a wonderful program. It's wonderful what you guys do.
Very worthy. Thank you for being here.
And thank you for coming on the show.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, you too.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.
Sunday, January 26th, it's the Tri-State Bridal Show, noon to 5 at the Valley Mall in Hagerstown. Brides-to-be, this is your chance to meet the area's leading bridal professionals. Venues, photographers, caterers, travel planners, and more. The first 100 brides to register online at this station's website will receive a welcome bag that includes small gifts, coupons, flyers, and a raffle ticket for door prizes. Register now, and we'll see you Saturday, January 26th for the Tri-State Bridal Show at Valley Mall, Hagerstown.
The JR Sport Brief on the Infinity Sports Network.
Am I going to favor them to win the championship this year? The answer is no. That'll be the greatest miracle because this is the New York Jets. And unfortunately, what's most likely is that one day Aaron Rodgers packs his bags and says, I want to leave. The New York Jets don't have a coach, and the New York Jets are going to have to start from scratch and suck for many more years because another Green Bay Packers experiment quarterback screwed him. This is JR of the JR Sport Brief on 92.1 The Go.
Whether you're new to vaping, are thinking of starting, or already vaping, Vast Vapor will treat you right. Electronic cigarettes are not one size fits all. Vast Vapor works with you one-on-one to help you select the best items to be a true replacement to your smoking habit. With great products and expert advice, Vast Vapor is here for you. Ask about their 7-tier rewards program that actually allows you to get the products you want, and give them a like on Facebook. Vast Vapor has 3 locations: on Moggins Avenue next to Subway in Hagerstown, on the Point near Walmart, Waynesboro, and Gateway Avenue in Chambersburg. Vast Vapor is hiring additional team members for all 3 locations. Has vaping changed your life? Are you passionate about helping others understand the benefits of tobacco harm reduction? Are you reliable, energetic, and trustworthy? Are you an individual with a good sense of humor? Then Vast Vapor is the place for you. Join the Vast Vapor team and help customers make a positive lifestyle change. Vast Vapor, we're not blowing smoke.
When you and your loved one need extra support for a very serious illness, there's just one call to make: to Hospice of Washington County.
They provided a team of professionals to meet our loved ones and our family's needs.
They allowed me to be my mother's daughter again and to spend special time with her. I knew I had help just a phone call away.
They were there in our home with help and medical equipment exactly when we needed them.
When your loved one needs extra support for a serious illness, there's just one call to make: to Hospice of Washington County. Hospice care is a fully covered Medicare and Medicaid benefit, and no one is ever turned away for an inability to pay. Hospice of Washington County cares for the whole family. Call 301-791-6360. That's 301-791-6360. Or visit hospiceofwc.org.
Tired of tripping over that old squeaky floor while trying to impress the in-laws? Or worse, does your uncle keep asking if your cabinets are vintage and not in a good way? Give yourself the gift of beautiful floors and shiny cabinets from Dick's Cabinetry and Flooring. Whether it's hardwood, tile, or carpet, you'll glide through the holidays, not trip over them. And Dick's has cabinets that will make even your picky cousins say, wow. Dick's Cabinetry and Flooring, Lincoln Way, East Chambersburg. They're serious about your home.
The Greencastle Antrim Chamber of Commerce invites you to Heritage Christmas in the Square on December 6th and 13th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Bring your letter to put in Santa's mailbox, sponsored by Corning Credit Union. Don't miss having pictures taken with Santa, sponsored by F&M Trust. At the Holiday House, sponsored by Lumber Direct, pick up a brochure about Heritage Christmas events, buy the 2024 commemorative ornament, or vote for your favorite in the Light It Up contest, sponsored by Antrim Insurance Agency. Purchase tickets for a horse and wagon ride, sponsored by Manitowoc, or the Christmas home tour. There will be nearly 20 vendors in the square. Shop, visit with friends and neighbors, and enjoy music and entertainment, sponsored by Middletown Valley Bank. There's no place like downtown Greencastle during the holidays. Take in the beauty of the Christmas tree and charming shops in our area. For more information about Heritage Christmas events, go to greencastlepachamber.org. Happy holidays from Moto Member. Enter their Sleigh Bells and Dirt Trails promotion to win a gift card from Moto Member PA. Check out all their great deals on Scheller Avenue, Chambersburg, your go-to for all things off-road and on. Head to 921thegoat.com and tell us your favorite Christmas song for your chance to win. Find your next adventure and ride with pride. Moto Member PA, 1100 Scheller Avenue, right off the Wayne Avenue exit of I-81, Chambersburg. Moto Member PA, your only stop for all your power sports needs. Enter to win now at 921thegoat.com.
Be prepared with CHIP, free or low-cost healthcare for Pennsylvania kids and teens. From checkups to unexpected bumps and bruises and everything in between, CHIP has you covered. Don't wait until you need it. Be prepared with CHIP. Because every kid deserves quality healthcare and every parent deserves peace of mind knowing their kids are covered. CHIP, free or low-cost healthcare for kids and teens under age 19. Learn more at chipcoverspakids.com.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Let's talk Tri-State.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tri-State, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro. The Right Choice voted Best of the Tri-State 2024. And speaking of Best of the Tri-State, we do have Mike White, who is the sales manager from McCoy Auto Sales. And you guys just picked up Best of the Tri-State for used car dealer.
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you think sets you guys apart from all of the other businesses and used car dealers in the area?
Really, I think it's just the way we conduct our business, very transparent, very easy to work with. We help a lot of folks in the local community in the different situations that they may have, and it's just a way that we could just kind of handle ourselves.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, I think, when they think about immediately the used car buying experience, it can be intimidating. How do you guys alleviate that intimidation for people?
We don't hound them right out of the car when they get there. We allow them to get out and browse around, see what they want to see, and then we approach them to see if we can help them. I think that makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. And what should people know, like already as they're car shopping? What are some things that they should already be aware of and know as they go to it a lot?
Well, really, I think it comes down to your needs and wants, what type of vehicle you're looking for, what type of activities you're trying to provide with that vehicle, and really your budget.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to find out what you can afford, what's in your budget for a vehicle.
How long have you been with McCoy?
About 1.5 years now.
Okay. And what do you think is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is taking the picture at the end of the deal when they're smiling and happy. They have a newer vehicle that they can drive away in.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a warranty, or if somebody drives away on the car and let's say a few days go by and they're thinking, you know what, this just isn't the right fit for me? Is there any kind of return policy that you have in place?
There's not a return policy, but we do back every vehicle with a 6-month, 6,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So at least it gives them the peace of mind knowing that they're buying a vehicle that will be warranted if something does happen.
I was thinking about this, about the personal experience that you were talking about. I feel like businesses like Carvana and those other where you can just go online have become bigger as time has gone on. And I don't know if part of that was COVID. You know, people can't get out and interact with people. So what would you say to the person who is shopping online for a vehicle as opposed to going to a lot?
Be cautious. We deal with a lot of folks that are buying vehicles off of like Facebook Marketplace, and they're not getting what they paid for. So I would just say be cautious. It's tough to buy a vehicle without seeing it, driving it. I mean, that's something that I would not recommend.
I know for me, I have to be comfortable in my car. I mean, the car could be as flashy as can be and have all the bells and whistles and has this, you know, Bluetooth, this and that. But if the seat is not comfortable for my particular spine, I can't drive it.
Right.
And so I've even been in some very, very expensive cars, and I think, my gosh, there's no way I could have a car like this because I have to sit in it and I have to drive around in it.
You have to drive it. You really do have to touch it, listen to it, play with all the knobs and buttons to make sure it's yours. When you buy it off Carvana and it shows up in your driveway, it's yours.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing you can do about
That's
it.
exactly right.
You sit in it and you're thinking, I hate the way this feels. Well, that's too bad at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you drive personally?
I drive a Toyota 4Runner.
Mm-hmm. And what do you like best about your car?
The confidence knowing I can go most any place I want to go. And just the reliability that I know that the Toyota name carries.
And what I think is what sticks out too about McCoy and what I've heard is that you guys are always with your customers even after they walk off the lot. You know, they're not like a number to you.
Right.
There's really a personal feel in that relationship developing between you and your customer.
And that's something that we really try to emphasize, that I guess the slogan I've adopted is we don't sell cars, we help people buy cars. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of mindset that we have.
It's a big purchase.
It is.
It's a big purchase, and it's important, and there's so many options. There are so many options, and I think sometimes you don't know what's important to you, so that's probably something else for somebody to sit down and think about, like what is important to me? Is it showy, or is it roomy for my family, or, you know, whatever the case may be.
That's exactly right. I mean, there's all different scenarios where you're trying to get maybe a truck to pull your camper, or a vehicle to carry your family, or maybe it's just a vehicle just to go back and forth to work. But our favorite is when those parents bring in that first-time driver and they're looking for that first-time car. That's really special to us because someone's trusting us to sell them a vehicle to put their children in for the first time.
And you guys take that seriously.
As a father, I mean, that's exactly what I would want done with my daughter as well.
So you're probably thinking that from a personal standpoint, like what would I put my kids in?
Every day I put myself in their shoes when we're trying to help someone.
Talk to me a little bit about what's on the lot. What are the different types of vehicles? How many cars do you have?
We have about 70 in stock right now. We turn vehicles very quickly, especially in our truck market. The trucks seem to really be, Josh, he likes to really buy the real nice things. That's another thing. We're very picky on the vehicles that we buy and sell. And that just goes back to wanting to put our best foot forward and make sure we have the best product for our customers.
What would be something that you would see in a vehicle that would cause you to say, yeah, we're not going to put this on our lot?
Extreme rust. Things that look unsafe. Lucky enough for us, we get to handpick the vehicles that we buy, and we do a very good job of trying to limit the outstanding issues that they already have.
Do you have a lot of customers who have been with McCoy forever, and they always come and buy their cars from there, and they're just super loyal to you?
We do. I mean, just in the short time that we've been open, we have a very strong repeat and referral business as well.
Yeah, you guys have a really wonderful reputation. I'm not in the car market at the moment, but if I were, that's exactly where I would go. But my last experience when I bought a used car was right during the pandemic. It was right in the middle of right after, at the end of 2020. And something was failing in my car, and it was going to be thousands to fix it. And my car had over 200,000 miles on it. So at that point, I thought I need to get a used car. But the market was awful. I mean, there was nothing out there, and the things that were out there were ungodly priced. So I ended up buying a car that I didn't necessarily want, but I didn't have a lot of options at the time. And I just remember thinking, I wish I could have held off for another year or so. And so are you guys seeing, because I know that was a nationwide thing with used cars. It was like really difficult to get them after the pandemic. Are you seeing an increase now in used cars, and that's not as much of a problem as it used to be?
It's not as big a problem. There's plenty of vehicles out there to fill your lots with, but you really need to be particular about it. You really need to make sure you're getting the best. I mean, you can go out and buy as many used cars as you'd like, but you don't want to fill your lot with overpriced vehicles that aren't in the best condition. That's why I think we really have a good program working where we can stick with our 60 to 70 cars in stock, really handpick the ones that we have. And that just gives us peace of mind knowing we're selling the best.
How far away will you go to get a car?
As far as it takes.
Really? Huh.
Yes, ma'am. We have drivers that are on the road almost every day of the week going to pick up vehicles.
Interesting. I mean, how far west would they go?
We go as far as probably Ohio.
Wow, that's amazing.
We have drivers going to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia today to pick up a few vehicles. So wherever we can find the gems.
How can people find you? Plug your website and your location.
Oh yeah, www.mccoyautosales.com. They can look on there. Everything we have is pictured within 24 hours of as soon as it hits the lot. And check our reviews out. That's another thing I would say for folks doing some research of where to buy a car. Check the reviews now.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get best of the Tri-State, for nothing.
Right,
you do have a good reputation. Right. Another thing I wanted to touch on before I let you go here, talk to me about trade-in values. How exactly does that work?
Well, contrary to popular belief, we do accept trade-ins. We get a lot of calls on those. We love trade-ins. We love local trade-in vehicles. We use several different systems to do that. Kelley Blue Book, Black Book, Manheim, just to try to get an average of what that vehicle really is worth.
What if the used car, the trade-in, isn't up to standards to what you guys would want to put on your lot?
Well, then if we need to trade it to do the deal for the customer, then we would look at, sometimes when we trade vehicles in that are, like very high mileage or not in the best condition, we'll send them up at our service garage and maybe sell them as is, very cheap for what we gave for them, just to help that person with that budget find, or maybe someone that's mechanically inclined that they can fix the issues themselves. And then once it sits up there, if we don't get much action on it, then we'll wholesale it.
Good for you guys. Well, Mike, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today on Let's Talk Tri-State.
Thank you,
and congratulations on Best of the Tri-State.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll be able to, I plan in the next 2 years to trade in my car and see if there's something better suited for me. So hopefully I'll see you in the near future.
I hope so.
And coming up, we're going to take a look at news and sports. It's all powered by the DRB Group, the right partner for your real estate development.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Let's talk Tri-State.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
I feel the same way that I felt yesterday. I feel like this was a game that the Cowboys should have won.
They did.
They did. I didn't think they were spectacular, but that's okay. You don't have to do style points. This isn't college. We're not trying to impress the BCS. This was good for them to get away with a win, and I still have them not making the playoffs this year. Hey, this is Maggie.